just going to cut out the shape, I think it is, so I can fit the blower on there. So it comes down to around here. This is just the first preliminary cut, and I'll just do other cuts after that. Now that the top cover's been made, which is like, it fits nice all the way along there, it hugs the shape, not quite right there, but not bad. There's a few technical difficulties with putting it on and off, like this has to be dismantled, it has to come off and taken out before I can put it on, because it just doesn't fit otherwise. And a few things I've been playing, like I thought if I put a dome nut on there it'll soften it off, and then, well, why stop at that, and then why stop at that, and putting dome nuts on it's just changed its look. It's just, I don't know, it just sort of softens it all off. It doesn't look so bad, so dome nuts it'll be. So the next thing is I need a cover on there, and you know, just, I don't want to be sucking my trousers in there and all that sort of stuff, and I don't think they'll like it. So, but it's a feature, and it's a nice feature, you know. It's not every day you see a blower on a postie bike, so I put the other on there just to get a bit of a feel for how it's going to look. And yeah, it's balanced enough. I still got a long way to go, but it's not looking too bad. So how am I going to put a blower? Remember, it's a feature, so what I've got is I've got a piece of wood here, and quite a thick piece of wood, but I've got a piece of wood, and I'm going to have some cardboard and scissors, and I'm going to shape something, and my plan is to get some perspex and cut a shape and then sort of slump it on the perspex of the shape I want. And I've got a bit of practice with perspex, like I copped the rock on that screen there, and had to make my own because I think I'll be breaking one a year, so instead of buying one once a year I'll make my own. So with that knowledge, and I had a few problems with that screen, but anyway, but with that knowledge I've gained, I'm pretty confident I can make something, but there's going to be problems. Like if I slump it, I'm just looking at it, just from a design point of view, I like how that expands out like that. Like that looks nice. So really, ideally, I'd like the cover to come in like that, probably float along the bottom, but come in to give it that growing out look. You know, just, I don't know, it has a look, and I want to keep that look. So yeah, that'll do that. Then I have to drop it over the edge. So that'll do that. Then when I've made that, I'll probably have a dome nut on when it's made and sitting on something, and then heat it up so it melts over the dome nut, and it gives a dome there as well. I'm going to have it going over edge here, but that would naturally lend itself to going there, but I don't want to bring it in. And I don't know if I can do that, because that means I have to stretch material, and we'll see. I'll make the wood piece, I'll make the cardboard cut up first and see what works, what looks nice. I can always chuck away lots of pieces of cardboard, and when I've done that, I'll cut it out of wood, and then I'll do the slumping business and see how we go. This is my last version of the design. I put some tape on there and softened that little bend down there, so that should be fine. A few little snibbles here and there, and it just makes it a bit softer. It's about just a centimetre bigger than the outside edge, so if it goes over, that should be nice. And I reckon I can do that there. I reckon I can be able to bend that one there, that one there. This will have to come to a point, something there, but I reckon I can do that. I've cut it out in the wood, and I'll just jigsaw that out, and we'll do the next bit. It makes a, I'm just trying to put a rounded edge on there. Also put this on here, so I can put in the bias and clamp it down. So I'll work my way around and just put a chamfered edge on there. I don't have a machine for that, so I'll just do that all the way around, and that should finish, maybe make some holes. Well, this is my plan. I've smoothed that off. That feels nice to touch now, all smooth. I've got a piece of flannelette that I've cut out, and I'm gonna roll that around and sort of staple it, and I should be able to do that nicely so there's no corner folds. If I'm clever about it, I should be able to sort of smoothen those out somehow. Anyway, that's the plan. I've kept these because if it all gets too hot for my hands, I can just sort of, which one is which? I can just sort of go like that, and that can be like pressing on it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So who knows? Staple that on, and then get the perspex and start slumping it over. It's done. It's not perfect. Like, it's just a little bit hard to massage these spots out, but it's not too bad because areas like here I have to trim, you know, so it's only going to come down to here. Here it only has to be half, you know, so even though it's smooth there, on the back here it's not, but it only needs to be half. So that's good enough to do the job. I marked the sheet out, so that's the inner size, same size as that, and that's 30mm to the outside, which is about the drop I'll have for that. That little tag is what will go down from here. Hopefully I can make some kind of a mount from there. The top mount up here I'll just have to make from the end up, you know, when this squishes together. But that's that. Now I'll just cut that out with a jigsaw and it's ready for sync. I figure 2mm thick should be thick enough for this stuff. If it gets any thicker, I don't think I can do any complex spins, so I'm hoping 2 thick's good enough. Maybe 1mm would have been okay, but maybe that would vibrate and flex too much, so it's all a bit of a gamble as to what the right size is. But it takes a long time, and I don't know if I've got like half an hour's worth of footage on the on that space on that iPad. So anyway, another interesting phenomenon is, look, if I put the head on this side, see it lifts up that way, because I don't know, but I think as it gets hot on one side, it expands that one side and not the other side. So it moves up on that side, so I've got to try and do it evenly on the top and the bottom to get it heating evenly. That's responsive, look at that. Woohoo! Gonna hold this a bit and let that cool down and see if I can't get this area cooled and set like that, and then I can work on other bits. Okay, there's the beginnings, and I guess from there I can work it, because it won't want to counter do that. Maybe I should do this up here. Been working this for a little while, still figuring out what I'm trying to do. It's getting softer. If I can get that bend in, I can then one last little change. do it. That's the way. Let's have a look. First peek of a partially done ta-da! It's got a ways to go. Can you see that on there? It's got a ways to go, but starting to look. Ooh, wait a sec. Let's do it. I just can't wait, can I? Look at that. It's going to work. For the lump that goes over the pulley, I did have just like a dome nut there, and it just turns out to be a little bit in the wrong spot, so I'll just put a another dome nut, relocate it a little bit. There we go. And push. We'll do it. I've largely got it done now. But that's going to be the dome where the nut goes on, just on the end there, where the wheel is. This one here is for the tension wheel. What I'm going to do is I'll just have a dome nut that holds that all on. This one here, that's the best I could do there. It's all a bit rough, yeah. It's got to be trimmed, you know, because that hits the blower at the moment. It's got to be trimmed, and I can have got 2 eye holes here for mounting points. That bit that I had planned to go there just snapped off. I just bumped it, it was cold and just snapped off, so this double strength will be better. Well, that's basically how it's going to look. I haven't finished it off yet, and I can't yet, but I've still got to make other parts, but that's how it's going to look. I'm going to just put a dome nut there. There's that bulge I talked about, so I shouldn't rub on that. These two will just sort of hold off the frame, so my foot touches. It's, you know, it's just. My foot's right here, so that'll won't allow it to go in. That'll locate it. Up the top up here, it's currently touching. I'll trim it up nice, and that'll bring that in another centimetre here. I can bring that right in close. As far as these go, I haven't built the inlet here for the carburetor. I haven't built that yet, and I'll just have something off the side. Will I use 2? Will I use probably 2? I'll work something out. But because that's not made, I can't finish that off. But I can trim it, and I can bring it in. But really, you know, that's done exactly what I wanted to do. It's blended into the bike. It's not really noticeable, but it's exactly what it should be. I'm happy with that.